Welcome to Midcard Maniacs. I'm Jay.
And I'm John.
And today we're doing our AEW All Out 2021 predictions. Yeah. It's been a minute since we uploaded on the channel. The wrestling world moves too fast, but we're back with a stacked card ready to go for the weekend for All Out in Chicago. CM Punk has finally debuted. He's breaking records every time he shows up, and he's even hinted at Daniel Bryan showing up soon. This is a big card, so this video is probably gonna run a little bit longer, so brace yourself. I've got the chapters. You can skip ahead if you need to skip to the good stuff. I think that we're starting with the good stuff, which is the Women's Casino Battle Royale that's happening on the buy-in. I am the most excited for this match. We've got the regulars showing up. We've seen most people that have been announced, and you can probably just like guess who's gonna show. But who are we predicting is going to show up as like an entrant, and who is taking it?
I don't know who is going to take it, but I can tell you this. The only thing I'm predicting from that is a returning Anna Jay helping out Ty Conti and starting a feud with the Bunny and Penelope Ford. And on Rampage, we were teased a little bit, and they should go in this full direction and have like a month or 2 month long feud. Anna Jay, huge pop, returns, helps her friend. You get a great moment on a pay-per-view, and you build a story that people are gonna be invested in, because I love all four of these women wrestlers, and I just wanna see them on my TV every week.
Yes, 100%, I agree with that. Anna Jay is definitely coming out. It's about time. Now, there are a couple wrestlers that I think people expect to show up. Ruby Soho, that's Ruby Riott. That's her new name, based on the Rancid song. I think that she will probably show up, but I think the Joker is going to be Mercedes Martinez, who was the Joker 2 years ago to the event.
The Joker, Mercedes Martinez!
That would be quite the full circle. I also think we may have an iconic moment.
Inspiration.
I was just gonna say, I may feel inspired by two surprise entrances that I think, again, would be great additions to this roster and could really like pop this whole event.
So we'll keep the Joker as either Ruby Soho and Mercedes Martinez, and I think Martinez will go right for the title. If she shows up, she wins.
I don't know who I actually want to win this. It'd be hilarious if like Jamie Hayter stole one and then you get that awkward moment if it was like, because she just came into it.
Oh, that's actually a really good prediction. I think that would be interesting. Jamie Hayter took on Britt Baker when she was last in AEW like a year ago.
So I would like to see Jamie Hayter, but whoever wins, I'm just happy that they're gonna have a new feud for Britt Baker, because Britt is the best.
Next up, let's talk about like the worst match on the entire card. Paul Wight and QT Marshall. Let's get it out of the way. Paul Wight is fucking destroying QT Marshall. There's no way his in-ring debut with AEW after all this time, that he's not losing to QT.
As much as you think there's gonna be some kind of shenanigans with QT and the gang, you know the Gun Club is just gonna come out and like put an end to it. There's gonna be a mess. I just think it's gonna be all over the place, leading to like QT trying to like weasel his way out and just Paul Wight just knocking him out. Though one can only hope he comes out as Captain Insano.
I would pop for that, and it would be amazing.
Though it would be hilarious if QT found a way to get Shaq to make his in-ring return to have that Paul Wight Shaq showdown.
Yeah, I can see it happening. Like, the match will be short, and if something like that pops, that would be great. That match wouldn't happen for like another 4 months, so I would imagine that's gonna be a big Dynamite episode later on. Next up, we've got Jon Moxley versus Satoshi Kojima. Honestly, I don't have a lot to say about this match. I think it's gonna be cool for a lot of New Japan fans. Kojima is like 50 years old. He's been wrestling, he's been in the business for so long, but I think the fans of New Japan and of Kojima are gonna enjoy it. Much like Jon Moxley going against Yuji Nagata.
Yeah, this is just more like a respect match. Of course, Mox is gonna win, and they'll have their handshake, bowing moment, fist bumps, whatever they want to do.
I don't think anything too crazy is gonna happen. I don't think there's any surprises here. Just a fun match.
Yeah, Kenta's not jumping out from behind.
No. Let's go with our first championship match. We're gonna go with the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers in a steel cage match for the AEW Tag Team titles. This is going to be crazy. I can picture already a destroyer off the top. You know Phoenix gonna be leaping all over the place like a madman. Honestly, I think this is the time the Lucha Brothers take the titles off the Young Bucks.
If that happens, it's courtesy of Andrade El Idolo helping them win. And I don't think that's going to happen because we're just getting a taste of this Death Triangle Idolo feud. So I'm saying Young Bucks retain. This is just going to be one of those matches that's a beautiful showpiece that everyone's going to eat up. And even if the Lucha Bros lose, it's going to further the storyline for why they don't have gold without Idolo's help.
Okay, I changed my mind. I'm going with that. I also have previously been talking about how at the end of September, we're going to have Santana and Ortiz win the titles off the Bucks. And so I'll stick with that. That's probably one of my most anticipated matches, to be honest. And speaking of Andrade, we're going to go with Pac versus Andrade Idolo. This match is going to be awesome.
As much as it pains me to say this, Idolo is going to win because there's no reason why he shouldn't, but I would love to see Pac take this one. He can't win. It's just storyline wise, build up wise, Idolo's gonna do it. He's gonna win. And like I mentioned earlier, it's only gonna further to the Lucha Bros joining Idolo to get gold.
Yeah, not much to say here. Gonna be a great match, and Andrade wins. Let's go with Britt Baker, D.M.D. versus the Alien, Kris Statlander for the AEW Women's Championship. I want Statlander to win. I don't think it's going to happen because this is kind of like starting a feud, I guess. I love that Statlander is in the title picture, and I'm so happy that this is finally happening. I still want our Alien Queen to win, but I don't know if it's happening right now. Britt is such a good champion. Everybody's behind her. She's not ready to drop the title anytime soon, I don't think. And we want to see like a more fierce alien come out of Kris Stat.
And you know what? It's been a long time coming. Like, her injury put her on the shelf for like a year. She was on top. She was over the moon, one would say. I'm sorry, Britt Baker is going to take it. A part of me thinks it would be absolutely hilarious if a masked man slid into the ring to help with the distraction finish, only to be revealed as Adam Cole joining Britt Baker. Just see like Reba getting kicked out. You see Hayter getting kicked out. The best friends are there. Oh, it would just be so fun to see like Adam Cole and Orange Cassidy.
I don't know if he's gonna show up, but if he does, that's when it's happening. And Orange Cassidy sliding in, and it just being Statlander and Orange Cassidy versus Britt Baker and Adam Cole just standing there, everyone would be freaking out. I understand that it takes away from the women's match, but everybody loves Britt Baker. Like, we want to see this match regardless. If you can bring something like that to the table at the same time, everyone's going to be talking about it.
And that's the thing, because as much as people will say like, oh no, now Adam Cole's gonna overshadow and be like the star of Britt Baker, I think they need to do it as the reverse, and it can be done where like you have kind of like a Johnny Gargano and like Candice like LeRae type thing where they are equals. And like Britt Baker, I think, has more star power than Adam Cole in AEW. He could come in there and they could be partnered together, and people are going to respect Britt more than they would Adam.
100%.
But that's not going to happen. That's just like fantasy booking. Britt Baker's going to win, and it's going to be great because I absolutely think she is where she needs to be, and I want a very lengthy run out of her.
She retains, and if that crazy fantasy booking thing does happen or doesn't happen, I'm saying Deonna Purrazzo comes out, makes an announcement, and says, hey, I want your title and you probably want mine, so let's go. Next, we have an interesting one. We've got Chris Jericho versus MJF. A match I didn't think was going to happen because Jericho just went through the 5 labors of Jericho. He lost to MJF, and you're like, okay, everything's done. And here we go. We've got another round with MJF, and MJF's like, you know what? I'm going to retire Chris Jericho, and I think he will.
It sucks to say because you would want more of a send-off with the Inner Circle, given how important they were over the last year and a half. I'm a Jericho mark. Love Jericho. Absolutely love him. I love MJF too. But Jericho should not win because he could always come back. If MJF loses here, that tarnishes his record, and that is not good for business.
Jericho's the kind of guy that even though he's going to make this agreement doesn't mean he might stay gone forever. He's a sneaky little fucker. But I do feel that this is going to, at least for the time being, pump the brakes on wrestling. He's going to stop. He might go on tour with Fozzy now that things are opening up. But it does seem like he's just trying to like get out for a little while. And I think he deserves that. He went through the paces. He did a great job. And I think this is a great way to finally end this feud, have Jericho take a little break, even if it's like for just a couple months. Maybe he comes back and something else starts. I don't know. MJF is winning. Now we've got probably the most anticipated match on the card. CM Punk versus Darby Allin with Sting. This is going to be awesome. People love CM Punk. People love Darby. Already putting Darby over, and Darby is eating it up. You saw him crack a smile while he was getting praise on Punk's debut. This is going to be a great match. I think it's going to be fun. We haven't seen Punk in, 7 years? So I'd like to see where he's at.
If I'm being honest, I am disappointed that Punk's first opponent is going to be Darby Allin. Not to knock Darby Allin, but if you've seen our CM Punk video, I really wanted a nice feud, not just I'm going to put over a young talent. Like, I'm very hyped for this match. I'm looking forward to it. It's just, I feel Darby has too much going on right now, and I just hope there isn't shenanigans involved. 2.0 and Daniel Garcia are going to attack them, leading to a CM Punk, Darby Allin, and Sting match. See, I don't want that. I want to watch CM Punk wrestle a wrestler with nothing attached to it, just so I can root for Punk. It's going to put Darby over. He can eat the loss, and that's fine. It's just, I would have preferred someone else taking the pinfall.
I agree. I want to just see like a regular match, and that's not going to happen, especially when you have somebody at ringside. Like, they're there for a reason, because you know somebody's going to come out, and Sting has to do a Scorpion Death Drop. He's certainly not doing it to CM Punk.
This is exactly how the match is going to end. You're going to see Sting do the Scorpion Death Drop. You're going to have Darby in one corner, Punk in the other corner, and you'll have 2.0 lying on the mat. You're going to see a coffin drop and an elbow drop at the same time.
I think it's pretty evident CM Punk wins this. There's no denying that.
Yeah, unless there's shenanigans and they have their faces stand tall moment where we have another legend endorsing Darby Allin. He's already got Sting, now he's got Punk, and Daniel Bryan comes out and endorses him, and everyone's just endorsing Darby Allin, and god damn it, John Silver is sitting in the back, and I want him out there. I'm hungry, Johnny's hungry, get him out here.
And finally, for the AEW Championship, we have Kenny by God Omega versus Christian Cage for the peeps.
Christian is top 5 for me of all-time wrestlers. I would love nothing more than him to take the title off of Omega. The thing is, I knew exactly what was going to happen. You give Christian the Impact title because you can't give him the AEW title. Omega's winning. He is not the one to take the title off of him. It's got to be Hangman Page at some point. I hate to say that Christian isn't going to win, but Christian has done a fantastic job up to this point, really bringing the Elite down.
Like, I hope Frankie doesn't come in. I think he might, because, I mean, it's inevitable. You're going to have the Good Brothers come out. You're going to have Frankie come in, fuck them up a little bit.
You already know Callis is going to be there, Nakazawa's going to be there, Cutler's going to be there. This is the shenanigans match. You're going to get your Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus moment. This is the kind of stuff that you expect to happen. That is why Omega will walk away with it, and Christian can eat his technically first loss.
Yeah, which kind of sucks, and especially I feel for you as a Christian fan. I get it. You don't want to see a new guy, well, an old guy, a legend, I guess, a veteran, come in and eat such a loss this early on. But at the same time, you can't have everyone who gets signed keep winning forever. I'm okay with it. And Christian's the kind of guy who will cut a really good promo afterwards. He'll talk about, like, maybe I just need to do more work. I said I was here to outwork everybody. Maybe I'm not there yet. And then he'll go start some other feuds, which is absolutely what we want to see. Omega is going to win. It's going to not be a clean victory in any sense, but it's going to be a fun match.
And we could always go back to that hilarious heel turn idea I thought of at one point where Jungle Boy actually turns on Christian. Then you see a returning Anna Jay coming at this moment where they are kissing over top of Christian's body, like that one pose in that photo, generating the most heat that he could ever have.
Not yet, but one day. It's safe to say that we're both super pumped about this event, and I think you could say that about all AEW events, to be honest, because I really enjoy the fact that there's only 4 a year. I know that this is going to change over time, but with WWE, when it comes up like every month, you don't have the proper builds. There's not that same excitement. I'm very excited for All Out, and All Out is basically their WrestleMania, and I'm ready. I am so ready. I'm so pumped, and it's a long weekend. so I can drink my fucking face off. What are your guys' predictions? What did you think of our predictions? Who's coming out in the Battle Royale? Who's making a debut at All Out? Let us know in the comments. Like this video, and if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Stay up to date with everything here on Midcard Maniacs.
Yeah.